John Kasich's home. Well, close to home, just across the border from the state where he sits as governor, traveling around Michigan for a campaign many in his party wish would just end. For Kasich and his team, the Midwest is where they'll make their last stand. They see a series of states, Michigan, his home state of Ohio, Illinois, and Pennsylvania, as places where his fortunes will shift. Or, as he explained it to supporters on Super Tuesday in Jackson, Mississippi, it's a bit like the NCAA basketball tournament. Everyone fights all year to get home court advantage, and over the next 2 weeks, that's exactly what he'll have. It's now March Madness, and we're moving up north, Kasich said at the debate here on Thursday night. To my turf, okay. Excusing the loose metaphor, technically, nobody gets home court advantage during March Madness. The games are played in neutral sites. Kasich is finally on the ground, where his team has been targeting to fight since his second place finish in New Hampshire. Their plan: do well in Michigan on Tuesday, then win in Ohio on March 15, and he'll become the standard bearer of the non-Donald Trump wing of the Republican Party, even if his pathway from a delegate standpoint looks increasingly closed, save for a brokered convention fight. I'm going to win Ohio, and when I win Ohio it's a whole new ballgame, Kasich told CNN's Dana Bash after Thursday night's presidential debate. And for a large segment of Republicans, riding the viral #NeverTrump movement, and desperate for a Trump alternative, that should be a good thing. Only it hasn't been enough. Many are begging, either in actual statements or behind closed doors, for Kasich to drop out of the race. There is no honorable mention in the nomination. John Kasich has run a good race, said Colorado Sen. Cory Gardner, a supporter of Florida Sen. Marco Rubio. But the bottom line is that we need to elect a Republican who shares the values of the Republican Party, and that's not Donald Trump. The theories for why Kasich, sitting nearly 300 delegates behind Trump after Super Tuesday, and without a victory in a single state to call his own, is still in the race vary and verge on the conspiratorial when discussed with advisors in rival campaigns. For some, it's a pure ego play. For others, it's an effort to position himself as a potential top official in Trump's administration. Rapper Kendrick Lamar has released a surprise 8-track album, Untitled Unmastered, comprising outtakes from the Grammy-winning To Pimp a Butterfly. Filled with jazz solos and politically charged lyrics, it happens to be a companion piece to Butterfly, rather than a standalone record. All of the tracks are untitled, save for the date they were recorded. Strangely, its appearance seems to have been prompted by basketball star LeBron James. The sportsman tweeted Lamar's record label boss Anthony Tiffith following the rapper's incendiary Grammy Award performance, in which he debuted a verse that alluded to the 2012 death of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, demanding, "You have to release those untitled tracks ASAP." Tiffith replied he would think about it, and, earlier this week, hinted at the release in an Instagram post. "I've decided to drop a project one day this week. I won't say what day or who." He later posted that fans should thank James for the new release, Chamber of Material. Untitled Unmastered appeared at around 4:00 GMT on all major streaming services including Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play. It features a cameo from singer CeeLo Green, while Alicia Keys' 5-year-old son Egypt allegedly produced the sprawling, 8-minute Untitled 07, which ends with a lo-fi recording of Lamar improvising lyrics to amuse his friends. The musician recently told hip-hop site 2 Dope Boys he was sitting on a vault of material which didn't make the cut for To Pimp a Butterfly. "I got a chamber of material from the album that I was in love with, where sample clearances or something as simple as a deadline kept it off the album. But I think probably close to 10 songs that I'm in love with that I'll still play and still perform that didn't make the cut." Fans will already be familiar with some of the songs, which Lamar has performed on US TV. Among them is Untitled 03, originally unveiled on late-night chat show The Colbert Report, which deals with religion, success, and the exploitation of his music. Curiously, the studio version fades out before the song's original, Angry Coda, written as a response to the Black Lives Matter movement. What the black man say? Tell him, we don't die stroke we multiply. But the album doesn't shy away from political commentary, with Lamar chanting, "The government mislead the youth stroke, and welfare don't mean well for you." The Compton-born performer was the most nominated artist going into this year's Grammys, shortlisted in 11 categories. He took home 5 prizes on the night, including Best Rap Album, but lost out on the main prize, Album of the Year, to Taylor Swift's 1989. To Pimp a Butterfly also had some high-profile fans, including US President Barack Obama, who named the song How Much a Dollar Cost, a parable with parallels to the biblical story of the Good Samaritan, as his favorite song of 2015. Lamar is due to headline the BST Festival in London's Hyde Park.